Hey everyone, today I'm going to explain the selection sort. So you can see in the screen, so I have an array which is not sorted and the elements are 23, 42, 4, 16, 8 and 50. To start off with the selection sort, the algorithm assumes, before the first iteration, it assumes that the first element in the array is the smallest. Yes. Then it will compare this element with each and every one of the remaining elements in the array and check whether you have found any smaller than the current element. So here my current element is 23, which we consider as smallest one, but while going through the remaining items I found that okay, it will do a comparison like this: 23 whether it's smaller than 42. No. 23 smaller than 4, the first iteration. It will, okay, we found an item, okay, 4. It will keep the index in memory, then it will check uh, whether this one 4 it's smaller than this, or smaller than this, smaller than this. That means 4 is not smaller than 16 or not smaller than 18 or 15. Then we found the smallest item in the array. We keep it in the sorted portion here. Then we move the index here. We take 42. We consider 42 as the smallest one in the remaining portion. Then do the comparison again. 42, 23 notes smaller, 16 notes smaller, then 16 will become the minimum in the remaining portion, unsorted portion of the array. Then it will do a comparison again. 16 with 8, then 8 becomes the minimum. 8 with 15, okay, still 8 is the minimum. So then we will do a swapping with this element till here. So because we know that this is a sorted portion, so we will move this 8 and 42. We will swap the 8 and 42. Then we have the 23 again. Compare 16. Okay, 16 is smaller. 1642. No. 1615. Yes, we have item 15. Then we'll do a swapping. 15 with a 23. So earlier the 23 was in the third element of this array. Now 15 became. Then we will take 16 as the smallest, do the same thing. Finally we will have the sorted array. So here the pseudocode is like, we will have two loops, for loops. One loop starts from 0 to the second last one, and first when we start the iteration we consider the 0th element as the minimum, and the next loop starts from the next item I plus 1 till the last item, and we check whether the current minimum is greater than some other item. That means if you have any smaller items here in the remaining list, then we will reset the counter, the minimum as the indices of the new one. Once this loop is over, we will check whatever we have set here. We assume that 23 is the smallest one, and if there is any change, if there is a change outside the for loop, we will do the swapping with the I and the minimum in the remaining list. It goes like this. Let's go to the program. Very simple and similar. So we will have an array like this: 23, 42, 4, 16, 8 and 15. Count is 6, and we have three variables: minimum, I, j. I starts from 0 till count minus 1. Then we will set minimum as I in each iteration. then the next loop goes through the remaining items. And and if you meet an item which is smaller than this one, we will set the index as the minimum. And once this loop is over, we will have the index of the smallest number, and we will check whether the item has been changed. Because we know that earlier the minimum value was I, whether this number has changed. If yes, it's a good idea to swap it. Swap, that means we have the sorted portion, and it goes through the loop. So we can see here, let's run this program. Okay, you can see here 23, 42, 4, 16, 8, 15 was the array. Then we had a swap here. From this list, 4 was the selected item. Now then it goes from here till here. Then we got the item here 8. 42 and 8 got replaced. Yes. Then it comes here 23, 16, 42, 15. Then we got 15. Yes. Then here 15, 16, 42, 23, there was no need because this item, there was no need of swapping because this item was in the right position. So you can see there was no swapping. Then the last iteration, so here we check 23 and 42, that also earlier it was 23, 42, it could swap. Yeah, that's it. So that's all about selection sort. You can see the source code in my GitHub profile. Thank you very much.